We've learned a few moving tips and tricks from our own personal moves and from helping our clients move. One of the questions we've wrestled with, and so have our clients, is should I hire professional movers? Moving is stressful, and hiring movers can either help to relieve some of that pressure or add to it. It depends who you are and on the specifics of your move. In this video, I'm sharing 5 questions to ask yourself before hiring a professional mover. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back and for spending your time with me. My name is Lindsay, and I'm proud to be your Anthem, Arizona realtor with the Wise Move AZ team at Realty One Group. On this channel, we have a lot of fun talking about all things Anthem and real estate every single Thursday, and we absolutely love having you along for the ride. Let's just get it out there. Moving is tough. You have my full sympathy. From crossing oceans, to borders, to state lines, you name it, we've done it. We've moved with a sea can, with just our vehicle full, and everything in between. Every time we've moved, I like to think that we've gotten a little smarter and a little more efficient. Our own personal moves have even helped us in understanding and anticipating the needs of our own clients as they move from all over the country and world to beautiful Anthem, Arizona. One question we often get from our clients is, should we hire professional movers? Now, I wish there was some one-size-fits-all answer here, but there isn't. The decision to hire professional movers or to move yourself is as personal as the items you'll be moving. So rather than trying to persuade you one way or the other, I'm instead going to give you 5 questions to ask yourself. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to decide if you should hire professional movers or do it yourself. Number 1, how much time do you have? When I say how much time do you have, I want you to think about your time on both ends of the move. How long do you have to get out of your current place? How quickly do you need to get settled in the new place? Professional movers are quick. Where you and I might take a while to think about the best way to get the couch up, through the door, down the stairs, the movers will just have it up and out of there. On the other side, if you need to settle into your new home quickly because the kids start school right away or you start your new job the next day, you may want to hire the help of movers. Long story short, if you're tight on time, it might make more sense to hire professional movers. That being said, just because you're tight on time on one end of the move doesn't mean that you need to hire help on both ends. Personally, I like having the help of movers on the packing side. Then when I get to the other side, I like to take my time unpacking and figuring out where everything's going to go and not feeling rushed. Number 2, do you have the means to move yourself? Professional movers help to take the guesswork out of packing. They have the blankets, ratchet straps, packing paper, trucks, manpower, time, and so much more. You probably don't have the same supplies at your disposal as a professional moving company, but it doesn't mean you can't do a good job. If you're planning to move yourself, you just have to make sure that you have the resources you need. Can you rent or borrow a truck? Will you buy boxes, or will you look for boxes for free in local buy and sell groups? How long will it take you to pack? Do you have friends, family, or coworkers that can help with the larger items like furniture? How many trips will you have to make? Will you have enough time to get it all done? If you have the time and resources to pack and move yourself, that's great. Chances are you'll save some money too. I recommend that while you're starting to go through all of your personal belongings, you watch lots of YouTube videos on best practices for packing. For me, learning the KonMari method of folding has saved so much space when it comes to clothing and linens. Anyways, determine if you have the means to move yourself between the time, energy, and resources. If you don't, it might make more sense to hire professional movers. Number 3, how far are you going? Are you moving down the block or to another continent? The distance you have to move, in my opinion, is a huge factor in determining if you should hire professional movers. Personally, the thought of having to navigate customs with all of my stuff is too much. Both times that my families had to do this, we've used the help of professional movers who specialize in cross-border moves. They handled customs while we hopped on a plane with not a ton of stuff. On the flip side, where our moves have been shorter in distance, I've been happy to do it with the help of family and friends rather than hiring professional movers. The further you have to move, the more expensive it gets to hire professional movers, but also the riskier it gets to move yourself. If you're moving yourself, you need to take responsibility for driving a large truck and protecting your items overnight, for example. If you're going to be moving yourself a far distance, come up with a detailed plan of where you're going to stop and what valuables you're going to bring into the hotel every night. Number 4, what do you most need help with? As I mentioned before, hiring professional movers doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. You can hire movers to assist with the parts that you're most concerned about. For example, if you want help with the furniture and other large items, but you want to pack everything else yourself, that's fine. Or if you just need help with a precious piece of artwork, do it. Think about your upcoming move. What elements are you most concerned or stressed about? If you can identify your pain points, I recommend getting quotes to hire those parts out. Moving is stressful enough without adding packing on top of it. Whatever services you need help with, I'm certain there's a mover for you. If you really want to hire movers, but it seems too expensive, see if there are ways you can take on some of the work to cut costs while still having the benefit of someone helping with the hardest parts. Number 5, how much is your time worth? It's so important to get multiple quotes from movers. You want to compare their service offerings and prices as objectively as possible. Once you have an idea of how much it would cost to have their assistance, I want you to calculate the value of your own time. How long would it take you to do the work they'll do, roughly? Remember, they do this every day, so they're going to be faster than you. Now think about how much your working time is worth in a day. If you estimate that it would take you about 40 hours of work and you're usually paid $50 per hour, then the value of your time is $2,000. Is the mover charging more or less than that? Don't forget to factor in the cost of any supplies or rentals you would need to move yourself. Doing this, the cost of movers may not seem as unreasonable. If you could pick up a few extra shifts at work to pay for the movers, it might be worth it. They'll get it done quickly and have expertise that we likely don't. This allows you to work on what you know best and leaves moving to the pros. If your time on paper is worth less than what the movers are charging, then you may be more inclined to do the work yourself with the help of some family and friends. Don't forget to factor in the cost of pizza and beer as a thank you to your free helpers. So there you have it. What do you think? Are you leaning towards hiring professional movers or doing it yourself? I would love to hear from you in the comments. As always, if you're thinking about moving to beautiful Anthem, Arizona, we would love to be a part of your journey. If you'd like more information on working with us, drop us a comment or send us an email at team@wisemoveaz.com. If you found this video helpful, let me know by hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel. Lastly, if you're moving in the near future, chances are you'll have some personal belongings you need to get rid of. If you'd like some tips on hosting a successful garage sale, click up top. Or if you'll be selling those items online, click to watch the video on the bottom where we share our best tips for staying safe and making money. Enjoy those, and I'll see you next Thursday.